This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus and the Game of Thrones, episode 9 of season 5. One away from finishing this season off, and man, this episode, damn. So Stannis Baratheon has put himself in the running for most despicable person in Westeros, and that's kind of saying something, considering how, Cersei Lannister is in the mix. She's still alive. She's probably the most despicable person in all of Westeros, but yeah, Stannis pretty much put his name in the hat right here. Well, no, I forgot. We got Ramsay too, so he's got some stiff competition, but he pulled a move that may get him. Like, if this was politics, this would be one of those moves that would get you like closer to the top. Goddamn, Stannis. Goddamn. So anyway, Ramsay made his strike. He made his play against Stannis, where they snuck in, and they didn't necessarily attack Stannis straight up. They just basically burnt his supplies, burnt some of his horses, took out some tents, made it more miserable for Stannis and his army. Pretty much what Ramsay is doing is guerrilla warfare, where you just sneak in. You don't necessarily need to kill, but you need to just cause damage and get into the enemy's head to sap their will. And Ramsay, as much as I hate to admit this for that son of a bitch, he did an excellent job of it. So of course Stannis is looking like, okay, so now what? Whereas his advisor Davos is like, we just need to pull up stakes and get somewhere, and at least hunker down and try to survive this, because we can't push forward, we can't push backward. Of course, Stannis is like, whatever, we are going to go for it. So he sends Davos on a mission, and right then I knew he was really considering doing what I didn't think he was going to do, which is, last week the proposal was made by Melisandre that he sacrifice his daughter again because she has king's blood, and by sacrificing her, that will kind of guarantee that he'll have victory, which is a shitty prophecy, but nonetheless, Stannis is really, really taken serious at the moment. Meanwhile, back at the wall, Jon makes it back, and he was scared for a moment that he wasn't going to be let in, but Alistair, as much as he despises Snow and what he's about, he acquiesced, let him in, and he was like, you got a good heart, and this good heart is going to get us all killed. But if he was there to see what Jon and them saw, he would realize that, Jon probably made the right move, because as things progress and as the White Walkers, proceed to make their move, they're going to need all the fucking help they can against these people, because the wall barely stood against the wildlings' attack without Stannis' help. Do you really think that they'd be able to protect the kingdom once the White Walkers come? They'd be totally shit out of luck. The White Walkers ain't no joke. So we'll see how that goes as time progresses. But Jon definitely made the right call, and at least trying to save as many people as possible. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. If anything, he has a giant now, and hopefully he can befriend him. And if anybody talks shit to him, just stick the giant on him. That's what I say. But so we move to damn, I just forgot the name of the place. But we move on to Jaime Lannister and his mission to go get his niece, and things work out pretty well for them there. He comes and asks the Prince of Dorne about his niece and lets him know this is, it was a request for her to come home, blah, 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 blah. So Prince of Dorne's like, sure, on a couple of conditions. One, you have to her betrothed on the small council, and he has to come with her. Those are the conditions, because we want to make sure we continue the ties between Westeros and Dorne, you know. So that was not Westeros, the Seven Kingdoms in Dorne. Westeros is where they're at, but he wanted to maintain the ties between the two. So Jaime was like, sure, that's more than fine. I accomplished what Cersei wanted. It was just to get her daughter back. Dorne gets what they want, which is to make sure that they continue to have a tie to the throne and have better relations with the kingdoms. Win-win for everybody. Then, of course, the question of Bronn comes up, and they were like, sure, Bronn can go free, but I'm going to let the young prince decide what's his fate. And the prince decides to show mercy with a caveat. So Bronn is brought out, and Bronn is told he's able to go home. Of course, before he had to make sure to let homegirl know she's still the most beautiful woman in all of the world, which I found hilarious. The Sand Snakes are funny. I'm sorry that we didn't get a lot more from the Sand Snakes. I feel like they could have did a lot more if maybe perhaps they went with the original storyline. That you would have got a lot more out of the Sand Snakes. But for economy's sake, it made sense not to oversaturate them. You know what I mean? But he brings Bronn in. Bronn's told, and he was like, there's just one condition. And then the prince's personal guard slaps the shit out of Bronn, like hard, like really hard, which was hilarious. Very hilarious moment, because Bronn was talking about eating pie, and after he got slapped, the Prince of Dorne was like, perhaps you would prefer soup right now. Before all that went down, though, Elena Sand really, really tried the ruler of Dorne, with her, like, you know, venom towards the Lannisters because of what happened to Oberyn, which is understandable. But Prince of Dorne really took the piss out of her after he dismissed her, and then he spoke to her again and just let her know, like, yo, don't dare do that, and don't you know, I show you mercy now, but don't think that I'm gonna forever do that with you, you know. And he even reiterated that when he made her swear fealty, because he told her, either you're going to swear your allegiance now or you die now. Make a decision. And he told her straight up afterwards, I believe in second chances. I don't believe in third chances. Basically letting her know, yo, fuck up again, bitch, and that's your ass. So, you know, he set things straight there. Now we're going to have Marcella go back with her betrothed to the kingdom. She's going to be surprised to see where her mom's at when she gets back home. That's for sure. Everybody, Jaime as well, is going to be very quite surprised at the situation that's going on over there in King's Landing. But with that, we move back to Stannis, who I was hoping that he wouldn't have went ahead and made that decision to go about and have his daughter burnt at the stake in order to win a crown. That's a crazy fucked up religion that Melisandre is spitting, because sacrificing your own and only daughter, that's madness. And the mom was on board until she started to hear a girl scream, and then of course she broke down, which I don't blame her, because it's your fucking daughter. You fucking gonna burn your daughter to death. The fuck is wrong with you? Is power worth that much? Like, this is where you realize that Stannis is just a despicable individual. For all of his talk of being, like, righteous, all of his by the rules, by the book, we have to do things the honorable way, Stannis is a total piece of shit who is more driven by his desires than anything. He is, if anything, he is what he hates in people, to be quite honest. He may be able to spin it to show like it's his conviction, blah, 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 blah. But no, you're the type of person you hate. You're the type of person who really doesn't have any honor or any, like, you know, loyalty or any morality beyond what you make it, as long as it benefits you. And that's the funny thing about the whole situation with Stannis. And it's like, at first I was just more hyped to have the moment when Stannis got to Um, what's his name? Got to the Stark's home. I forget the name of it for some reason. I was waiting for him to get there, beat the shit out of the Boltons, and save Sansa. But now, kind of want him to lose this battle. I really kind of want him to lose this battle, because that's a despicable thing to do that to your own daughter, your own child. Seriously, power worth that much? In the comment section, please, guys, let me know. Would you be willing to go through something like that to gain power? We got a bit of Arya in the mix. She was going to go ahead and do her duty until she saw one of the knights. I forget his name, but he's the knight who's on her list. Remember the list that she used to recite every time at night? The people who she wanted dead? This is one of them, because he killed her teacher who helped her with the sword. So she, instead of doing her duty and killing that broker, she followed him to a brothel, scoped him out, and realized that he's a pretty disgusting motherfucker. This dude was trying to get some prostitutes, of course, and he's in a brothel, trying to buy some ass. But every girl they would bring out, he'd be like, too old, too old, too old, till they brought out somebody around Arya's age. Girl looked to be somewhere between maybe 14, maybe 15, and that was just right for him. So basically, not only is he a cruel, despicable, bitch-made motherfucker, but he's a disgusting bitch-made motherfucker who likes to fuck kids. That's not good. That's not good. So Arya went back to the House of Black and White and told them, no, the guy wasn't hungry. I'm assuming that her teacher knows what she's up to, and that she has something else on her mind and another agenda that kept her from doing what she was supposed to do. But I feel like he's gonna let her get that out of her system. So we'll probably see her kill dude next week. Perhaps she'll do both jobs, do her personal duty and do the duty that she was set to do. We shall see. We definitely shall see. But of course we get Daenerys, which was cool because I wasn't expecting to see this until the last episode. I'm kind of glad they did it this episode. So the fighting pits having been reopened, she got them at the fighting pits doing their thing, killing each other. She's not happy about it, but then she sees Jorah come out, and she's really not happy about it. Well, in the midst of Jorah's fight, after he pretty much takes out everybody, he throws a spear into their crowd, and they think he's throwing it at her, but no, he's throwing it at a harpy. The harpies are all over the place. It's coming out the woodworks, trying to kill her, killing everything that they could see, including her betrothed, which that was a nice twist because at the beginning of that whole sequence, he had said that he had to go take care of some things. I assumed, again, it was going to be kind of like the books where everybody assumed he was the guy who set in motion the whole events where she was attacked, or at least the attempt on her life was made. It was done in a different way, of course, but he got bodied. So I'm wondering, perhaps the people here working with decided he was an asset that needed to be taken out. Because I figured everybody they were killing in the crowd were people who they wanted gone, who wouldn't benefit their cause. Is the only thing I was thinking. I don't know how they're setting up the dynamic in the show, but all I know is chaos ensued. They're trying to save Daenerys, and Daenerys and them get backed up in the corner. All looks bleak when Drogon, her biggest dragon, returns with all fire and fury, just taking out everything. It's like he sensed that his mother was in trouble and just came to the rescue and just fucked the harpies up. They were throwing spears at him, trying to get at him, but he's just taking them out. And then Daenerys walks up to him, and he's screaming, and he's all fury. But she touches him, and he kind of calms down. Seems like she's starting to get a handle on him, because she then proceeds to get up on his back and proceeds to tell him, I'm assuming that's what she told him in Valerian, to fly. And he takes off in the air, which was a very, very cool moment to see. Tyrion was standing there shocked as shit. They're like, whoa, what the fuck did I just see? It was a great moment. Definitely a great moment. And I cannot wait to see if they're going to continue something on that, or they're going to leave her story right there. I think they should leave her story right there and then tie up the other loose ends, because you have to figure out what's going to happen to Cersei, We definitely have to see a big moment with Cersei. We probably are going to need to get the conclusion on Arya and what she's going to do. Maybe there'll be some conclusions to Stannis' story. There's a couple of things that they can really push forward that will be great moments at the end of the season, but we shall see what they're going to do. Anyway, as always, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.